All right, so we're going to be looking at part B of this question. So solve the following inequalities, graph and write the solutions in interval notation. All right, so we have the absolute value of 2x plus 5 plus 4 is less than 1. So let's go ahead and get started on that. So our first step here would be to isolate the absolute value. So that plus 4, I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides of the inequality. So 4 minus 4 is 0, and then 1 minus 4 is negative 3. And this is where you have to be careful when you look at inequalities, because I have a less than a negative, an absolute value less than a negative 3 in this case. There's no solution here. Okay, now why is that? The reason for that is an absolute value is either 0 or positive. And those are the only values that it can take on, so it can't be negative. So that's why there's no solution. Okay. If you had something along those, and yeah, it's very important to, once you isolate the absolute value, to see what you have on the other side. So let me just give you another equation here. Just practice. 3x minus 2 is less than 0. Here there's no solution as well, because an absolute value can equal 0, but it's not less than 0. Okay, so again, no solution. However, if I had 3x minus 2 is less than or equal to 0, this would have a solution, because an absolute value can equal 0, and that's when the inside equals 0. Okay, so you just set the inside equal to 0, and you solve. Okay. X equals 2/3 in this case. So for us, because of the original question, there was no solution. Yeah, there's no graph, really. And the graph, I mean, if you were asked for sure that you need to draw a graph, I would just draw like a number lines such as what I'm drawing here, and I wouldn't shade anything in, because there's no solution here. And for this last inequality, the only solution is at 2/3. So here's 0, here's 1, here's 2/3. And the solution would go here. And that's how I would write that out in terms of a set. It's just 2/3 is the only element of that set. Or we could also write it like this, but nobody really writes it in this form, which is a bracket around the 2/3 to 2/3. Excuse me, 2/3, yeah, to 2/3. And that's just saying, like, yeah, we have one single point. There's other variations on how could I write the solution as this, but we really don't do that. If it's just one single as your solution, we always go with just that set notation and just put the number. Okay. All right. Thank you for your time.